8x10 design, and today we are going to look at some edible seals. We have general and extended licenses available. So if you go to our Etsy or our website, um, you would purchase the particular seal that you want. You will download a PDF, which the PDF will tell you where to download the files. Once you download the files and you have a folder, inside of your folder you will see an EPS file, a JPEG, a PNG, and an SVG file. The EPS and the SVG file are your edible files. Sometimes, and I've seen this, sometimes an SVG file can come out wonky depending on if Adobe Illustrator needs to make some updates, but the EPS is good all the way around. And also with our services, you can give us a message and we will make sure you are good. So, for the sake of this video, let's click on the SVG file. Yes, the one I said can be wonky, but I doubt it's going to happen. So let's minimize this a little bit so we can get it in the frame. Oh, I'm going to make it a little larger. There we go. So, in front of us, this is the lighter purple, and in the next series we have a darker purple and red. But just in case you get to this video and you're like, okay, this caught my eye, below in the description we have an extended and we have a general license. Now when you purchase the seal from Etsy or a website, in our general license, it covers the change of the text if you do not feel comfortable doing it yourself, or you don't have Adobe Illustrator, you just want to get something in there and submit it back. We will do that under the general license for free. So that covers all of the text. If you just want to change the wording and change the color of the wording, or add in the scripture, or if you have a long name, we will redraw it so you can do it. So for this tutorial, I'm going to talk about a couple of things and how it works. We have the main design layer locked. That is to help people who they just want to change it. They don't want to they don't want to do too many things. And in some of the other videos, which I've noticed, we didn't talk about saving it, so we can talk about that as well. So let's jump right in it. So for the sake of the video, again, we're going to talk about the text and changing the text. So what you want to do, you want to head over to your type tool. For those who are just doing Adobe Illustrator for the first time, I'm literally going to walk you on how to edit it and let you know. So you'll click on that text tool, you will highlight over your text, and you will click in the area. Now what I like to do before I make changes, and a lot of times people will ask me to change it to apostle, so I'm going to show you that. You highlight it, and what I like to do, if your text size is on the top or on the side, if you see, I have it on the side, I have it on the top. If you wanted to change that, you would go up to Windows at the top. At the top it'll say Illustrator, File, Edit, Object, Type, Select, Effect, View, Windows, and Help. And you would go to Workspace and you can click on Essential Classic or however you set it up. But most of the time that's just not needed. You'll be able to see it. So what I like to do, I like to minimize the size of the text. I have it centered. I can align it left, I can align it right, but center, it gives me a nice center feel. The reason why I like to minimize is because some text, if the font, if I want to change the font, some of the fonts are larger and I don't want anything clipped off, but I'll show you what that looks like and how to deal with that. So I'm going to type in apostle, and I got enough space, so I may just go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. back, back to that 44 size. Now, if you go into a situation where you're skipping something like that, you just highlight what's there and you minimize it. As you can see, it's back there. So those are some of the things that are there. If you have a long name and you want to fit it all on one line, but the line is not long enough, please let us know. That's covered under the general license, and we can make that line longer, or creatively, most people will, if it's a long name, they will type it from left and then do the right, and then put seal of whatever here instead of the scripture, or we can redraw where we can put the scripture somewhere, maybe on the sides or something like that, or on the side of the seal here. So that's covered under your license. Anything dealing with text and color of text. So say you like that and you want to change the font, maybe. And the way you do that, again, you highlight it, you click where the text is, and you basically will go over and hover over that, and you can change it to something you may like. Here's a text here. Maybe you want to keep it like that, or you can keep it the same. Make it all one size. If you want to change the size, you would go over to your selection tool, which is the top tool. The other one looks like it, but is a direct selection tool. But you want to hit the selection tool, and here's your swatches here. And you have, whoops, sorry, I had to click off. You have your selection here, which turned it one color. You have swatches here, which you can turn to another color, as you can see. And if you wanted to do one of the gold gradation tools, the best thing you can do is go up to Appearance. If you don't see Appearance on your right or top toolbar, you go up to Windows and you go to Appearance, and it will open it. Once Appearance is open, you can click on the Add Fill. It'll turn it black, don't worry. You can then select your gradation. If you don't have gradation available, please let us know. We will submit one or two for you, or you can find it, but that's in the extended license. So while we're at this point, please subscribe to our channel, like our video, share it, and click on the notification bell. So, okay, we've gotten that down. That looks good. I mean, the same thing here. If you just want to change the color, maybe you just want to change it to another color. I found in one of the videos that I did green and it came out really good, but that's Christmassy. So go back to another type of color to fit here. We're going to go back to the type tool for even the bottle. The same thing. You can move it right, left, minimize. I can minimize it. If I just want to just put a scripture, I'm going to pick a generic one. And I have it left aligned, so I'm going to make it centered. I can also click on a selection tool and turn it one color. Okay, so this is what the general license covered. If you want like some of the elements of the colors changed, that's in the extended license. And one or two elements maybe, well, not maybe, but one or two elements in the extended license. So what we didn't cover in the other videos, if you're just watching this, the way to save the file to the format you want. Now, again, PNG, or when you save it in a PNG file, that means there is no background to it. When you save it in a JPEG file, it'll have the white background. A SVG file, that means you can send it to somebody that can do some alterations if needed, or if you needed to get it printed on a t-shirt, a robe, a jacket, a hoodie, a book, anything, the SVG file would be great to send to a printer. So you have that. So the way to do SVG file, you'll go up to File, and I'm sorry if you can't see at the top, but if you're looking at your screen from here, you'll scroll down to Save As, and it'll tell you SVG file. You can save it as a PDF. You can say an Illustrator template, an EPS, an Adobe Illustrator file. If you don't need any of those, you would go back to File. You'll scroll down to Export and export as. So here goes a ton of different formats. So SVG, PNG, BMP, AutoCAD, JPEG, Photoshop, really kind of wonky when you deal with that. SVG, a Targa, a text format, a TIFF, or that. The most current used are PNGs, no background. So when you change it and you go to export, I don't want it to replace it because it'll give you 300 DPI. You want to keep it there. Your JPEG, your AutoCAD is good. So that's how you'll save this file. But again, thank you for watching. Again, to purchase this particular seal, it in the general or the extended license is below. So thank you for watching.